Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. As you know, this is Todd Jameer again in America. This time we're in Hartford, Connecticut, downtown Hartford. Introduction to Islam, living Islam in America. We're at Aladdin's. Here goes the menu. Aladdin, see that? Aladdin, right? I'm with Imam Muhammad Hydra right here, right? Sheikh Hydra and Muhammad Munir and the brother Sadiq right there. See yourself? Assalamu alaikum. We're having lunch, so this is just going to be a conversation on the town with the brother, a little quick interview with the brother Muhammad Munir. I hope you can hear what we're saying. Thanks. I wish this was swivel. But got it? So I'm just gonna keep going back and forth like that, yeah. Let me sit it down here some more. Hold up a second. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I don't know how much the mic can pick up our voices. That's good. But so inshallah, we know that you're from Philadelphia, right? Inshallah. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, where you've been to school and
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah, my name is Muhammad ibn Munir Abdul Hamid by birth. I was born and raised Muslim in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My parents accepted Islam, then they got married, and we were born and raised as Muslims. I did all my education here, elementary, middle school, high school, and everything. And then I left the country at the age of 18 after graduating high school to go and study or seek knowledge in the city of Medina. It's in a car, we get it. Just use that?
No, I was going to record it on yours too.
All right, I'll tell you. Where's that? You got the tape?
Yeah. I know it would start. You don't got to record it. You keep going.
I ain't got no much, nigga. What do you want me to say? I only have based on the question.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So anyway, we'll just do it off this. I'll get it to you before you go.
Go ahead, no problem.
Yeah. So that's I didn't know that. I didn't know that your family. Right. I didn't know that your parents were Muslim and you were born Muslim.
Yes. Yeah. My mother and father, they from Philadelphia also. They were Christian. And I believe that they accepted Islam. I would say early 20s, maybe mid 20s. My mother and father, they met up, they accepted Islam. And alhamdulillah, I'm the youngest of 3 sisters. 3 sisters older than me. We were all raised Muslims. I went to Muslim elementary school, Sister Clara Muhammad. It was a private school, big Muslim school. For a couple of years, then we started going to public school. So you want me to go on, tell you?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I mean, you went to the Sister Clara Muhammad school.
Yeah.
A lot of us, we all know, coming out of the indigenous community, but that was a good school. They made sure that you learned a lot.
Right.
It was a magnet school of its day, so to say.
Right.
So that's good. So then now, as you were a teenager, when did you begin to have your primary Islamic studies?
Right. It all started, I would say, the age 15/16. Alhamdulillah, from Allah's blessings upon me. My mother and father, they were quite studious. I would say they, pretty intelligent people, very articulate. So my mother, she had always instilled in me to read, to go to the library. She would always say, don't be a hoodlum on the street. Your name is Muhammad. You're supposed to be special, you're supposed to be different. So that was just in general.
Yeah.
But it was one day, I was coming across some books, some notes of my father. He used to study Arabic.
Right.
And him and my mother, they got separated, but he had a lot of literature inside of the house. So one day I was just, reading, trying to take my mother's advice, and I came across some of his Arabic notes. So I don't know what happened. Just something just fell on me. I just like this is interesting. This is decent. I knew it was Arabic, and it was like notes, grammar notes. And I was like, wow. So something just fell into my heart, man. I said I want to learn Arabic. So I went to the neighborhood masjid around the corner from my house on 60th and Osage, Masjid Mujahideen, his name is Masjid. And the imam and all the older brothers, they know my father and mother when I was a baby. Yeah. So I asked them to teach me Arabic. I asked one brother Hudayfa. I said, can you teach me Arabic? He said, inshallah, we can teach you Arabic. So I said, when? He said, I'm going to let you know when the class will be. So I waited. Then I went to him again. He kept, I don't know, maybe he was busy, but he just kept testing me, what do you want to say? So I became impatient and frustrated. And I taught myself the Arabic alphabet, how to connect the letters, how to read and write, basically. I didn't have a teacher. So then after that, I got introduced to another masjid in Philadelphia named Masjid Jamia, 42nd and Walnut. And that's a very international masjid. There's a lot of Arabs, a lot of Africans, a lot of people from Pakistan, India, all over, African Americans, Caucasian Americans, Muslims from everywhere, but there's a lot of Arabs. So I got introduced with some brothers there in the classes that they had there. And my first teacher, quote unquote, was a brother from Ivory Coast named Sheikh Sadiq. And he had studied in, I believe, Medina years ago. So they had a class 3 nights out the week. And when I got to the class, I was the youngest in the class, and I was like, the youngest student. I was like the ugly duckling. For some reason, a lot of brothers, they didn't help me out in the beginning of the class. It was so I kept going, and as time went on, alhamdulillah, Allah blessed me, and I became the top student in the class until teaching in the teacher's absence. He would, get me to teach the class. And I remember it was one night, we had a conversation together, and we had a whole conversation in Arabic. And I was like, subhanAllah. And then that's when it clicked that the links start coming together. Yeah. And I was like, wow, I know Arabic. It was amazing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now we're talking about, I was going on 17, 18, about to graduate. And I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I was working at the time. I was a barber at the time or whatever. That was good money, alhamdulillah. And I thought I wanted to go to college after high school. And then I said, no, I want to study Islam. I want to go to an Islamic college, but in America. And then one night I was introduced with a brother from the Islamic University of Medina. And this brother, mashallah, his character was so beautiful, so nice. It was like magic. He was just like captivating, so friendly. And he talked to me and said, Assalamu alaikum, I heard, you studying Arabic. Which one did you graduate school? I said, I want to study Islam. He said, all right, come with me. Go, let's go to Medina, the Prophet City. I said, what? Yeah. Sure, how can I go? He said, it's free. I said, really? Yeah. So he said, all you have to do is just finish high school and come over. So when I finished high school, my grandparents, they had some money saved up for me for school, and I had some money saved up. And they asked me to say, what do you want to do? I said, I want to go to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, But they said that, you were, these last couple of years, you were really good. You didn't give us no more problems. This is your money, you deserve it. Do what you want with it as long as you stay good. Yeah. So alhamdulillah, I took that money and the money I had and I made Umrah. And I went overseas and I applied for the university there. And I stayed in Medina, alhamdulillah, for about 8 months. And alhamdulillah, I knew Arabic, so I could study and read by myself. I would go to different circles of different mashayikh, different scholars in Medina. I also visited the college for 2 months, and then I left, alhamdulillah. Then, that summer, I waited for the results from the school. I didn't get accepted, so I cried. I was upset.
Wow, you was upset.
Yeah. It was my dream to go, and I didn't get accepted. I was like, subhanAllah. So I continued to read and study in Philadelphia. I tried to stay busy with teaching some classes. My family members, a couple friends at the masjid, local masjids. Then we went to perform Umrah again. And I applied again. I got a recommendation from one of the
What's Umrah? What's Umrah?
The Umrah is the small Hajj, the mini Hajj. When you go, you make tawaf, you make sa'i 7 times around, the Kaaba, then 7 times from Safa and Marwa, and you shave your head. So we made Umrah again, and I applied again. And then I went to Yemen. I went to the country of Yemen. Alhamdulillah, I stayed there for
They
about.
have good schools there?
They have good schools. But the Yemen is a bit different. You have schools and you have camps, quote unquote. You have both. You have camps.
Thank you.
You know, like a camp. And then you have actual Jami'at, universities. I went there and I studied with
You in there? Oh, that's good.
a scholar
I'm gonna
named
put it on me when I talk.
Ma'mar al-Qadisi. May Allah preserve him. He was from the students of Sheikh Mufti Ibn Hadi al-Wadi, a great scholar of Yemen. I stayed there for a year and I benefited tremendously.
Yemen?
In Yemen.
Yemen?
I was in Sana'a. We memorized a lot. We studied a lot. And then one day I got a phone call from some of my friends in Medina, from my city. And they said, what name did you use when you applied? I said, Muhammad Hamid. They said, we think you got accepted. I was like, no way. I was like, really? I didn't believe it. They said, I think your name is on the list. So then I was stuck now. Should I stay in Yemen? I just started getting comfortable. My daughter was born there. I was, learning a lot, benefiting
Oh,
a
so
lot.
when did you get married?
I got married, I'm 28 right now. I'm just going on 9 years.
All right. So when you were 19, you got married.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Then
Then you went to Yemen.
Yeah, my wife was pregnant. Yes. My wife was pregnant here in America. And we decided we were going to ride it out. Yemen is rough. Yemen is real rough. And a lot of people, they come back. But we said, they were Vikings, quote unquote, we can do it. So Ramla was born in Yemen. And the reason why I mentioned that is I was getting settled down. My daughter, she was sick, but she got better. I was learning. He was like a lot of knowledge in Yemen. And I was like, dang, should I stay in Yemen? Should I go to Medina? So I made istikhara. I saw the counsel of a couple older brothers. And they said, go with your first dream. One brother, he told me, older brother, he's subhanAllah, he got killed. As a matter of fact, last year. May Allah have mercy on his soul. Older brother, he said, man, he said to me, man, you better get out of here. That's what he said. Go to Medina, don't even have no second, So alhamdulillah, I went to Medina. When I got there, I was stuck between another decision. Should I go to the language program, which is 2 years, or should I go right into the college?
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to study hadith. So some people say you should go to the language program, you can stay longer, you can learn even more, you can sharpen up. And some people said, go to the college. And I had one brother from the UK, Pakistani brother named Awais. He told me, he said, be a man. He said, go to hadith. So I went to the College of Hadith. And alhamdulillah, that's a 4-year program. Alhamdulillah, I finished that successfully. Inshallah, may Allah allow me to benefit from that knowledge. A lot of knowledge. And then afterwards, and that was a dream come true, alhamdulillah. That was literally a dream come true. I dreamed about it. And then another dream, Allah blessed me again to go to the master's program. And that was, subhanAllah, that was something, Allahu Akbar. And I'm in my 3rd year of that now.
Wow. Master's program?
Yes, in Sciences of Hadith, Department of Sciences of Hadith. So hopefully next year I should be finishing, and I plan to continue, inshallah. That's formal study. But you actually have the original Islamic studies with the scholars. You sit, you learn at their feet. They teach you. You learn knowledge from them. You learn from their etiquettes, from their wisdom, along with studying and reviewing.
There's a difference between learning from just teaching yourself with books, and then like myself, I read a lot of books, most of them in English.
Right.
But I had to learn. But I read in Arabic. I needed a dictionary, the aid of a dictionary,
Right.
and I had to go find someone that understood it and ask them about it, And so, but there's a gross difference between sitting at the foot of a ship and being a self-taught individual.
Gross difference. That's right. There is. And my personal opinion, I think a person should be balanced. You shouldn't suffice yourself with just sitting and learning, but you also have to read and study too.
Yeah.
You have to memorize, and like boxing, you have to do role work.
Right.
You can't just spar. You got to do role work, And the role work only comes from yourself. And then some people, they just take their books and self-taught, and it's a balance. You know what I'm saying? But I can say in my short life, Allah has given me a lot of mercy, and I literally remember it like that, man. When I was, I used to have, I had a couple Arabic books. And I couldn't understand them. I would just read them and sit at them at nighttime and stare at them until like my head started hurting. I was just like, You know, and like now, alhamdulillah, you know, Allah is merciful.
What the science of hadith? I would like to know, what did you learn? What are you learning?
The college, the Kulliyah al-Hadith al-Sharif, with Dirasat Islamiyya or Islamiyya, is the College of Hadith and Islamic Studies. And basically, Hadith is your major, and you have the other fields. Okay, the Hadith you learn about.
MashaAllah. The Greek salad. That's Muhammad.
You can sit this way.
We have three, so it's all the same.
Yes.
We all ordered the same thing, right?
Oh, alhamdulillah. Mashallah.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, sorry. That's fine. So Hadith, basically in the College of Hadith, they teach you, we're going to make it simple, everything there is to know about Hadith.
Yeah.
What do the Hadith mean? The fiqh aspect, fiqh sunnah, the infrastructure of the Hadith. How do we determine what's authentic, what's inauthentic?
Yeah.
Okay, you learn about the different books, Sahih Bukhari, the Sunnah Abi Dawood, Musnad Ahmed. What's special about these books? How did they arrange those books? What the scholars of the past said and the understanding of those hadith pertaining to law, pertaining to creed, pertaining to adab, akhlaq, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And then you also have to study fiqh. You have to study tafsir, tawheed, seerah. Those are the side subjects. That's in the bachelor's program.
The bachelor's program?
Yes, the master's, when you say ulum al-hadith, sciences of hadith, then you're just dealing with one aspect of the quote-unquote infrastructure of the hadith science and its grading and its rating. Its narrators, the chronological order of the different books, tadween al-sunnah, the conservation of the sunnah, refutation of the different doubts of the Orientalists in detail, the Eastern scholars but have Western mind. You study all of the ulum, the sciences of hadith. That's basically jarh wa ta'deel, the science of grading the narrators and criticizing them. Mustalah hadith terminology. When we say this is sahih, what does that mean? That a lot goes into that term, and people they look down upon it. A lot goes into the term authentic.
Authentic, yeah.
What is weak? What is mursal? And the other sciences of hadith, the gharib, the vocabulary of the hadith. That's like a summary, hopefully clear on ulum al-hadith, what science of hadith is.
What's hadith?
Hadith itself is anything that is narrated from the Prophet ﷺ. Anything that's narrated that comes to us and it's attributed to him, whether it be a statement, whether it be an action, whether it be a silent approval they allowed his companions to do, whether it be a description of him, a physical description, a moral description of the Prophet ﷺ, anything to do with the seerah, all of that is considered quote-unquote hadith.
Yeah.
That's a narration of the Prophet ﷺ.
Alhamdulillah. Well, our food is here, so we're going to eat and then come back to the discussion with our brother. Alhamdulillah.
Bismillah.
We got the food. Yes.